Without the
Got a little discouraged because you got your Twitch recap and realized I stream a fuck ton, but no one really shows up. But I said in 23 I'm going to streamline and focus a little more on my very next stream at 20-person raid. Ooh, you see, man, like, I'm going to put my controller down for a second. One of the things, this is one thing that not too many people talk about. And this is one of the main reasons I was really stressed, was everybody tells you all the things it takes to be successful. Okay. And I've watched multiple videos just for insight because I already know what to do. I think we all know what to do, right? But you watch all these videos and they say you do this, you do that, you got to do this, don't do that. It's pretty fucking obvious, especially when you watch like 5 of them and they all say the same thing. Like whenever I see videos that say do this to improve that on your stream, I am always kind of cringy when it comes to that because it's like, number one, these people are successful. So they're just regurgitating what they did, but theoretically, we're doing what they have done because we see what they have done. And, well, we're pretty much in the same position with utmost sincerity. We both work very hard and we're both longing for more, right? Yeah. And, adding to that, like I was having a conversation with my man Will on the phone the other day, and this was just after all the stress. Like, you know how you go through your acceptance phase and then your dealing phase and then your move on phase? It's like 3 steps of being in a rut. You accept, you work through, and then you move on. Because when you accept, it brings you down. When you work through, you get out of it, and then you move on. That's pretty much it. So I was stressing, just like how you said, man. That's why I'm talking about this. It's like, man, I bust my ass. I'm here every day. I do all these animations. I'm driving myself completely fucking off the wall with this Metal Gear Legend of Zelda thing, dude. Like, this has become soul crushing on some days. There's more soul crushing days than there are positive days. There's a little bit of positivity there, but most days it's like, fuck, I gotta keep doing this. I gotta keep doing this. I still have all this work to do. It's endless. And then you feel that way. I feel that way, and then you come on, and there's hardly anybody here. I understand it's the process. You have to work at it. That I completely get, but we're human. It wears on you. So Will, leading to the conversation, Will's like, yeah, dude, metrics is unfortunately a part of it. And again, I was just on the tail end of dealing with it. And it just kind of sparked it all over again. And I said, look, I'm not trying to be rude or assertive or be a jerk, but please change the subject. And he hasn't replied back. He took it the wrong way, which is understandable. It's through a text. But in a lot of cases, it is impossible to quantify because you could follow a trend that everybody else is following and they're getting hits off of it. You do not. You stream games that everybody else is streaming that are popular. You try to do the same thing. It doesn't work out. You try to show people that you have a skill or a craft or something that you could quantify and you share it with people. And it doesn't follow through. And metrics say otherwise. Metrics say, well, if you post on Instagram or Twitter or whatever, it'll work. If you post highlights to Twitch, it'll work. If you post your streams to YouTube, it'll work. If you do this, that, or this, it'll work. That is not true. There are things to follow that are impossible to quantify. It really is, man. And it really sucks for us because we are talented, hardworking individuals who genuinely love what we do, but we're being beat by numbers. Like, that's why, like, this is what drives me insane, is the position I'm in now. Yeah, pretty much. I said, like, once I get in better shape, I'm just going to put, like, a fucking, like, beats behind me and stream shirtless and see how that goes, right? I thought about that. I might do that. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I digress. Everybody says follow the numbers, but the numbers are impossible to quantify. I would imagine, like, even when, you are, like, a big streamer and you have hundreds or thousands of viewers in your channel, there still are things you have to deal with. And that's another thing, too, man, Successful doesn't mean instant gratification. Like, people have been doing this for years. I've been doing this for years. I'm sure you have been doing this for years. It's just, it could get really stressful and it could really wear on you. Trust me, dude. There are, like, I'm always like, yay, on the stream, but let me tell you, like, when I hit the camera button, no, when I queue up OBS to go live, there are some days where it's like, you're hovering the mouse over that start streaming button like I am right now, and it's just, you just want to gouge your eyes out. But that is not why you're here. That is not why we stream. That is not why we grind. People are here because of the camaraderie, your personality. People want to see what you're doing. And the last thing they want to see is somebody who's constantly complaining about it. Like, do something about it. Even though it can be impossible most, but do something about it. And it's like, you know what I mean? It really sucks sometimes, but I chose this. This is what I have decided to do with myself. Come hell or high fucking water, I don't fucking care. I am here. I'm doing this. This is my living. I just want to make a livelihood. And that is easier said than done. That goes for everybody. Again, this is stuff that not everybody talks about. Everybody always wants to focus on the easy, the instant gratification, the success. This is what it costs to be successful. And that's what people forget. That's why when everybody asks me about how things are going, I never sit there and turn it into a psych session. I'm never like, oh, well, you know, I'm just like, good. It's going well. And it honestly is, man. Seeing you guys constantly, like, bullshitting, talking about games, talking about our passion. That's what really makes me love what I do. And days that it's quiet, it is grating. It is the polar opposite of what I'm describing right now. You know? And that's the thing. And unfortunately, people don't always pick up on that. Everybody wants to go for the instant, for the popular. Those people started elsewhere, man. I mean, you look at like all the big names. I mean, Dr. Disrespect. And again, no, I don't follow all these people, but I do identify with the fact that they've worked very hard to be where they have landed. Dr. Disrespect, Shroud, Ninja. I mean, say what you will about them. They put the effort in, and look what happened. And that's why if anybody says, oh, dude, you've been doing this for so long, and I'm not alluding to any conversations I had personally with anybody, just in case if they should come across this, I'm not like putting Will down, or Drew, or Vic, or Vincey, or Dave, or anybody who asks me how things are going. And they're like, are you still in the same rut? Yes, I am. Well, you know what, like, do something else. It's like, first of all the time I've spent here would be completely wasted. It's like, what's the point? I should just stop right now, okay? But secondly, if you're telling me what I'm doing is nuts, again, tell the people who have made it they're nuts and see what they tell you. And they will probably say the exact same thing I am saying right now. They're just like, dude, it took a lot to get here. And I totally understand that. But sometimes, dude, sometimes it just fucking grinds on you. And it could be, depending on how your temperament is, it could be soul crushing. It could shut you down. It's like a sumo wrestler made of stone just falls on you. And depending on how good your morale is, that's how long it will take you to and move along. But it really sucks, man. But it's part of the process. And this goes for anything. A job, a career, whatever. It all, you gotta pay your dues, man. Yeah, that sounds
Captain's
like a Minecraft
authorization.
That totally sounds like a Minecraft thing, man. But you know, it is what it is. I chose this. I have no regrets. I have a lot of stressors. I have a lot of things that can bring me down. But again, I'm not sitting here in front of my station and my studio to dwell, even though that does happen. I'm here to keep moving and succeed. And really, like, if you and I were to quit today, who's to say what would happen later today or tomorrow? Right? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger, if he would have thought to not step on stage on his last Olympia and just for a second not think about pursuing acting and retiring from bodybuilding, where would he be now? Right? The possibilities, not necessarily the hope. We all have hope, but it's the possibility of something. And just quitting squanders that. I don't care what anybody says. And that's the thing. Everybody wants to be successful until they realize what it actually takes. I have that little... it's like a card from Whole Foods. They always have those like those phrase cards that, like, you know, you can give to somebody or you look at for morale. I hung that up and I look at that every fucking day. When I make my animations, as much as it sucks to work on them for so long, I stop and think why I'm doing this and reading the comments of people who genuinely love what I do. It's why you do what you do. It's why you love communicating with your crew, with your regulars, why you're here, why we get along. These are the reasons why, man.
Can't access them.
These are the reasons why.
Where's the captain?
You know?